So I've been thinking about how we as human beings get labeled, and sometimes these labels can actually be quite limiting. They limit us from fully expressing who we are on the journey. And this morning I want to share with you 7 tips from my own journey that have helped me to tear those limiting labels. Number 1, get quiet. It's hard to get quiet in the very busy world that we find ourselves in today. And for me personally, I'm introverted, and you might think that comes naturally. But what I've discovered is that when we go through traumatic seasons or seasons of significant change or pain or transition, there's the potential for many voices to just come streaming in, trying to tell us who we are and what we should do. And this tip is about getting quiet with yourself, finding the spaces where you can listen to your voice, listen to the right voice. Get quiet with God. What's He saying? What's He breathing into you in that season? Number 2, cultivate your gifts. It is often overlooked in, again, the very busy world we exist in. It's more about how much money we can make on the job, or what it is we need to do to get to the next promotion, the next level, and we ignore some of our natural talents. These are intended to be cultivated, because when we do that, it helps us to truly express who we are, and then we are labeled correctly in that space. Number 3, I'd say, is cultivate your passions as well. Passions are kind of different from gifts. They're different in the sense that they aren't necessarily a natural strength we have, but they're things that we find ourselves enjoying doing, or places we love to dwell in. Some people might be passionate about helping kids, some people might be passionate about travel. What are those passions you have that you can cultivate and grow yourself up in that space? Learn something new, experience something new that really stretches the way you think and see life. That helps to define your label. Number 4 is speak up for yourself. I've learned in my journey to speak up for myself. It's not always convenient. It's not always in the way I expect it to happen. But I found that speaking up for myself is important to labeling myself properly and defining myself for whatever season I might be going through. So keep learning to do that in your space, okay? Number 5, I would say, is cultivating the right network. The people that you surround yourself with are the same people who pour into you, and the same people you have the privilege of pouring into. So take the time to cultivate networks that help to add value to you, that help to, truly define you for who you are based on the gifts and talents that you're cultivating in those spaces, the communities that you're adding to as well. Number 6, I would say, is work hard and work smart. It's really important that we are doing something with our hands, with our minds, because when we do that, we are able to align, truly with the vision that God has for our lives. We're able to plant into that consciously, not depending on other people to make it happen for us. And there's a space and time for that, where we need people to help us on the journey. But more importantly, no one can truly communicate what's in your heart the way that you can. So we have to learn to work and cultivate the resources that we need to do what's in our heart to do. I don't think we want to be subject to, the whims and ways of other people who might want to sustain us on the journey. So it's important to grow out of such seasons and become more independent and fruitful. Final tip, probably not the favorite, but also really important, is discipline. Discipline ensures that we are doing the right things at the right time and with the right people. I don't have very much to say about discipline, but I will say this. Discipline is hard. I hope that blesses you on your journey to